Hi everybody, and welcome back to Brainiac Baseball Card Breaks. Today we have a Time Travel Tuesday of the 1991 Line Drive minor league set. This is the AA baseball cards. As you can see, it's licensed by Major League Baseball. And on the cover of this, we have Angel Miranda, who had a mediocre 5-year career with the Brewers. And then, of course, we have Ryan Klesko, who had a really long career with the Braves and with the Padres. And then we have Hugh Walker, who was a first-round draft pick by the Royals, who turned out to be a career minor leaguer. There are 36 packs in this box. I'll show you the sides here. I don't know how many cards are in a pack, so I'm not really sure, how many total cards of the 700 card set we'll be able to find in here. The reason why I chose this one, I've been watching it for a long time on the Mercari website. You can check out the Brainiac Baseball Mercari page if you like to see what cards we have available on there. But I've been watching this on Mercari for a while, and then I happened to find it in a baseball card shop here in El Paso, which is where I just moved at the beginning of this month. So the reason why I'm interested in this pack, this box, is because it does carry Jim Thome and Pudge Rodriguez cards in here, as well as Jeff Kent and a bunch of minor stars from this era. So that's what we're looking for today. We're looking for Thomes, we're looking for Pudge Rodriguez, and Jeff Kent. So let's go ahead and crack it open. This is the only knife I could find because I'm still unpacking here. So we're going to use the big knife and see what we can find in here. The box isn't in the best shape, but for the price I paid for this, I'm not worried too much about, how decent the cards quality are. Let's take a look here. There's got a nice little pop-up, like the old days of buying cards in the boxes. Shouldn't be such a struggle, but you know what? We don't care. So these are pretty generic looking packs, as you might expect, considering that it's just minor league baseball. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take all the packs out. These packs here are just for my personal collection. There's nothing super valuable in here. Yeah, there's just a ton. So there's 12 cards in a pack. I guess that's it's about standard for this period in collecting. All right, let's crack these babies open and take a look and see what we can find inside. So let's collect all 650 Line Drive pre-rookie cards. I looked it up on Beckett, and there was 700 is what it said there, so I don't know if that's accurate or not. Let's see. Whoops, this just about blew over there. I guess I'm just being a blowhard. All right, let's see what we find here. Lee Upshaw. Most of these guys we're not going to know. There's Brett Boone. That's a good card to find. We'll put him aside. Jim Newland, Rich Maloney, Ken Pennington. Most of these guys I've never heard of. Donovan Osborne. He had a bit of a career with the Cardinals. Preston Watson. There we go. Right out of the first pack, we got ourselves a Jeff Kent card. Of course, he came up with the Blue Jays before getting traded to the Giants. I think he was actually with a couple different teams, maybe before he got to the Giants. But so that's one of the cards we're looking for. So we're off to a good start with Jeff Kent and Brett Boone. Anthony Ward, Jim Eschen, who looks like he's a manager. Yeah. Luke Sable, Joe Deli Carey. There's Lee Upshaw again. All right, so we're off to a pretty good start here in the first pack. Once we get about halfway through, we're going to just shoot through the rest of them really quick to just see if we can find the Hall of Famers. So pack 2 here is Jeff Barnes, Jeff Juden, who I think was a major league pitcher, Pete Bauer, Javier Ocasio, Ramon Garcia, Dave Huppert, Chris Johnson, Jim Zakowski, Todd Stefan, Carlos Martinez. There were a couple different Carlos Martinez in this era. I'm not sure which one this one is. Let's see who else we have here. Stacy Burdick. And back to Tim Costo. All right. Let's take a look at pack 3. Yeah, I picked up and moved from San Antonio to El Paso at the beginning of this month, and I went looking to see what baseball card stores there were in this area, but there's only one, and it was decent, but nothing to write home about, so I guess I'll be getting a lot of my cards in the future from Mercari or from eBay. It's Jim Tatum, Kenny Jackson, John Byington, Jerry Narron, who was a manager in the majors for a while, Nolan Lane, Bobby Dickerson, Eric Bell, he pitched in the majors for a little while, Ramon Tavares, and Tim Holland. So we've already found 2 of the good cards. We have Kent and Brett Boone. Still looking for Pudge. And still looking for Jim Thome. It's like a co-manager card there. Pat Garman, John Johnstone, Jim Schellenbeck. He's a manager. He played for the Rangers for a little while. Todd Rennington, Pat Bangston, that's an unfortunate name. Greg David, there's Pat Mahomes Sr. I didn't remember that he was actually in this set, but that's, it's good to have. Kevin Rogers, Andres Cruz, another co-manager card, and Mike Pohl. I guess I never really figured out why it was important for them to include the manager cards in minor league sets, unless it was, like Ted Williams coaching some AA or AAA team. Otherwise, I really don't care. Mike McDonald, Judd Johnson, Dave Richards. Hey, there's Mark Wohlers, Luis Martinez. Mark Wohlers, closer for the Braves for a period there. Darren Hall. Jason Townley, Alan Zinter. He was a career quadruple A player. Got called up a lot, had a lot of power. Dan Romeyer. Hernan Cortez. Donald Harris. Got some playing time with the Rangers. And Joel Horlin. I think I just called him a whore. My bad. Hope his family's not watching. All right. Keep moving along here. Greg Ivoroni, Toby Nivens, Ray Ortiz, Jose Valentin. There you go. He had a few good years for the Brewers and Mets. Then we have Guillermo Velazquez, Pete Cold, Reed Olmsted, another manager's card, Mark Parnell, Juan Guerrero, Terry Taylor, and Dave Patterson. These are like, I don't know what kind of material this is, some kind of thick plastic. All right, so we have Brian Traxler, Tyrone Kingwood, Steve Finken, Gene Roof. Yeah, I think he's still on the Tigers manager staff. Keith Kimberlin, Yvonne Cruz, got some PT with the Tigers. Scott Taylor, John Flaherty, catcher. He had a nice long major league career, mostly as a defensive catcher, but he did, I think he was an all-star at least once. Sorry, I have my fan on overhead, and I think it's blowing over my backdrop. Greg Blosser, Jerry Rubb, Mike Draper, and Mark Sims. I didn't have a fan in my office in San Antonio, so I've never had to deal with this type of situation before. All right. Jason Brosnan, Eric Stone, Darren Hersey, Brasillo Cabrera, like 3 Tigers in a row there, none of which I've heard of. Gary Allenson, manager card. He had some major league time with the Red Sox. Let's see. Freddie Davis, Vince Phillips, Russell Davis, Sean Ryan, Bruce Dostal, Todd Trafton. All right, so no luck yet with the Hall of Famers, but at least we haven't seen any duplicates. So I guess we're still hopeful here early on. Wouldn't be bad if we could get maybe 2 of each of those. We have Dan Lewis, Dave Schatkowski, Larry Gonzalez, Clemente Acosta, Keith Kaiser, Kevin Kaufman, Kenneth Pledger, Kevin Gardner, Paul Lindblad, longtime pitcher with the A's, Mark Kiefer, Ruben Escalera, and finally Ken Schamberg. Lot of nobodies and never weres. I looked at the 1991 Line Drive AAA set, and there's really no one of any interest or value in it. The place that I purchased this from, they actually had that set as well, and I almost bought it just to have it to open for another Time Travel Tuesday, but after I looked it up, I'm like, there's no point in wasting money on that. Kevin Kozlowski, he had a little bit of a career with Kansas City. Royce Clayton, longtime shortstop, bounced around a lot, but good defensive player, good hitter. We've got Jim Smith, Kevin Meyer. Oh, there's Tim Salmon. I forgot that he was in here. Yeah, Mike Trout just beat his all-time California Angels home run record. So that's nice. I like Tim Salmon. And finally, Bobby Jones. Okay, we're on to the second stack here. Everyone settle in. Hope you have some refreshments. Okay. A little bit of a ding there at the top. Ken Rivers. I think this was the pack that was sitting right on top that had floated. Marcus Lawton. Orlando Miller. Joe Mikulik. Dean Hartgraves. 3 coaches. Congratulations, coaches. Bob Kennedy. Ron Coomer. Minnesota Twins first baseman. Jeff Schwartz. Steve Leinard, Michael Quist, and finally Bernie Tatis. Probably no relation to the Tatis that we all know and love. So we've got Brett Boone, we've got Jeff Kent, We got Tim Salmon. And then, let's see, we have John Martin, Jim Tracy, Scott Pose, Pete Beeler, David Wainhouse, Brian Costco, Archie Cianfranco, played on the Italian team, Darwin Penny, Terry Crowley Jr., Will Tejada, Fernando Ramsey, and Jay Loviglio. I think Cianfranco might have managed the Italian world team as well. I could be wrong about that. Dave McAuliffe, Mike Anderson. Hooray, another manager. Oh, Mike Quaddy. Richard Holzman, Greg Fulton, Paul Miller, Stan Fansler, Don Peters, Tim Parker, Doug Welch, Joel Chimilis, and Paul Blair. Okay, we are still not quite halfway. Looking for a Thome, looking for a Pudge. Pudge Rodriguez, that is. Jeff Mutis, Jeff Baumgartner, Mike Curtis, Joel Treadwell, Mike Lehman, Freddie Gonzalez, managers, Todd Crum, Dean DeSillis, Al Sanders, Donald Florence, and finally Michael Beams. All right, right there we go, right off the top. Good old Jim Thome. Looks to be in fairly decent condition. So there's one of the two Hall of Famers we're looking for in here. Nice long career for Jim Thome. Tons of home runs. Ty Kovac, James Ray, Steve Luber, manager card. Zach Chenal, Tony Barron, Bob Remick, Greg Gore, had a brief career with the Tigers, not so great. David Milstein, Thomas Kane, John Toll, Larry Stanford. So all we really need right now is the Pudge card, and I'll feel pretty good about this set. That's 3 times. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just back it up a little bit. I never said I was professional, folks. So we have Russ Cormier, Dick Cannon, John Selleck, Ben Rivera, John Stearns, David Evans, Popeye Cole. Never heard of that guy. Mike Fiore, Cliff Brannon, Jesse Cross, and Paul Rogers. Baseball does have the best nicknames, that's for sure. All right, coming up on the halfway here. So Joe Pettini, Scott Taylor, Frank Bullock, Jeff Nelson. I think that is the Jeff Nelson from the Yankees fame. Oh, and there's Ryan Klesko. Good to have Klesko. Look how young he looks, clean shaven. Mike Pitts, Mike Milchin, Stephen Wendell, Mark Young, Rick Trilisic, Clint Hurdle, as a manager for, looks like the minor league Mets affiliate, and Brian Romero. So yeah, here in El Paso, they have a minor league team. It's the El Paso Chihuahuas. I believe it's the AAA team, and someone had told me that you could see all the Padres players come through, and it would have been nice to have seen Tatis and some of the other great young players that have come up in the last couple of years. Tim Pugh, Jeff Branson, Matt Stairs. Doesn't really look like Matt Stairs. He got to be really big. Looked like a softball player. Ken Lake, Chris Castles, Mike Rossler, and Chip Duncan. Okay, so we should be at the halfway point here. Well, these cards are a little bit messed up there. Well, it was almost like they were sealed right into the package. So yeah, these are a little bit rough. But we have Jim Myers, Doug Robertson, Steve King, Shane Reynolds. He had a pretty decent career pitching for the Mariners, and I believe he pitched for the Yankees as well. Rob Malakote, Rusty Harris, Tony Franklin, Scott Jaster, Mark Chasey, Dave Nilsson. He is an Australian catcher, I believe, right? Playing in America. Yeah, Queensland, Australia. So I just remember that because he played for the Australian team back in the World Cup days. And Mitch Hannes and Ozzie Peraza. So nothing too exciting there. Still no Pudge. David Evans, Popeye Coyle again. So Cole. So I'm guessing we're starting to get some of the duplicates here. Brian Turang. I wonder if it's his son, Brian Turang, that just got drafted by the Bryce Turang, actually, by the Brewers. Mike Fiore, Brannon, Jesse Cross, Paul Rogers. Oh, there's Dave Telgetter, one of the Mets pitchers who came up with like Van Poppel and who was the third guy? Oh, there's Rob Nen, longtime closer. Bobby Jones, Jeff Fry, and Chris Hill. My packs are stacking up over here. Jim Nettles, brother of Craig Nettles, coach. Joey Fernandez, Rick Christian, Domingo Cedeno, Jose Monzon, David Summer, Trey McCoy, Cedric Shaw, Mike Burton, Javier Gonzalez, Scott Ulger, Luis Lopez. Keep fixing this, but it's just going to keep falling over. So yeah, this is, back before the days before there was autographs and inserts. So there's nothing else special to look for other than Pudge is all we have left here. Maybe get a second card of Thome, Scott Bryant, Stan Spencer, Hector Rivera, coaches, Bruce Schreiber, Greg Edge, Todd Van Poppel, there he is. He pitched briefly for my Tigers toward the end of his poor major league career. It's good to see him there. Big prospect one time. John Salas, Marco Armas, Dwayne Hosey, and Steve DeBartolomeo. Yeah. So yeah, we're getting a big stack over here to the side. All we need now is for those to fall over into view here. Ron Cook, John Valentin, Tom Fisher, Brian Conroy, Tom Popowal, Bobby Desjardins, Steve Scarsoni, Rick Dunham, Bernie Walker, Steve McCarthy, Bobby Ayala, and Pete Young. All right, I'm starting to get a little nervous here about the Ivan Rodriguez card. That's really the main card I wanted, so naturally it would be the one that would be the toughest for me to discover in these packs. Rick Allen, coaches, Cesar Hernandez, Chris Haney, Mike Heiler, Adams, Peak, Knapp, Watkins, a little bit of a ding there. Carcione, Alex Arias, and some more coaches. I'd like to have about 30 more coaches and get no Pudge Rodriguez. That would be great. More coaches. I wonder if anybody who was creating this was like, we need more coaches in this. Rob Wassenaar should be for the Pirates, but he's actually not. Tim McWilliam, Carlos Capellan. Let's see. Brian Ciceric, Leand, Reed, Archie Corbin, Jeff Cox, Eddie Pierce, Eric Johnson, Terry Taylor, and Kevin Flora. Well, we're getting down to the end here. If I didn't show you, this is what the back of the cards look like. I guess we did look at them when we were looking at the Australian catcher's card there. So Frank Valdez, Doug Brocale, pitched a long time for the Tigers, pitching coach, all-around good dude. Greg Johnson, Jim Pena, Jim Baxter. There's Hugh Walker, first-round draft pick for the Royals. Doug Peters, Steve Hosey, manager, and Kevin Davis, Glenn Carter, Bert Hunter. I wonder how Hunter got to be such a popular last name, but Gatherer has never been anyone's last name. It seems unfair. Jeff Shireman, Napoleon Robinson, coaches, Fernando Figueroa, Johnny Cuevas, Tim Stargell, David Grimes, Frank Abreu, Juan De La Rosa, Jimmy Rogers, Jose Vargas, David Perez. All right, we're coming down to crunch time here. Rob Katzeroff, Dan Freed, Pete Murphy, Manny Romero, Scott Shockey, Elvin Paulino, Billy White, Fred Cooley, Jim Bollinger. He pitched for the White Sox for a while. Dennis Wiseman, Earl Sanders, Jim Blueberg. So we've got 8 packs to go, 8 of the 36 packs. I don't know what the individual packs retailed for back in the day. I mean, I don't think I would have paid more than $1 for these. Richie Simon, Scott Markowitz, Dean Freeman, Jose Ventura, John Hudick. He was on the Tigers, but he ended up pitching for the Astros. Darren Campbell. There's Angel Miranda, cover boy. Don Gordon, Tim Rowley, Greg Roscoe, Ken Whitfield, Sam Freddy. Seven packs to go. 7 packs, that means 21 coaches cards probably. Jeff Livesey, Al LaBouffe, Rod Robertson, John Burgos, Jerry Spradlin, Frank Krembliss, Rob Nadel, Omar Munoz, John Wayner, Ben Webb, Tim Hines, Burt Bradley. So yeah, if you stuck around this long, I appreciate it as the air conditioning kicks back on. If probably the only person that's watching this is Kent. Kent knows what time it is. Dave Telgetter, Rob Nen. That's, it's good to have another Rob Nen. Bobby Jones, Jeff Fry, Chris Hill, Rob Wassenaar, Tim McWilliam. Yeah, these are all cards we've already had, which makes me feel a little bummed if these last 5 packs are all cards we've already seen. Will he get a Pudge Rodriguez? Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, a lot of these are ones we've already seen. Kerry Knox, Steve Meh, Bill Evers, Derek Lanier, Tommy Lee, Lou Talbert. We're down to 4 packs. Let's see. Lee Tinsley, Kevin Robertson, Kranitz, Grott, Crockett, Shireman, Knapp Robinson, coaches, Figueroa, Cuevas, Stargell, David Grimes. Yeah, I think these are all cards we've already seen. Let's see. Holding out hope as we get down to the